What's up, guys? The time has finally come. We're gonna do Silent Hill 2. I've always wanted to actually play this game for you guys, but I refused to do the HD collection, and I never had the setup before, so never play the HD collection ever. There's whole videos that go over the reasoning on why that's the case. I won't go into it too much, but I'm gonna shut up during the cutscenes because I want you guys to appreciate that this is arguably the best horror game ever made. Period. And for its time, fantastic looking. This came out in 2001. I really hope it comes out through the video compression, how good this looks.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
Looks like the door, but actually, it's our light source. I really hope this comes out through the video compression. It looks really good.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said, Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
So this is everyone's opportunity to find out why I'm so obsessed with this game. It's a pretty short game, so just watch through to the end and you'll see why. Here we have our map. You also start the game with 2 items, it should be noted. You start with a picture of Mary and her letter, and that's it, until you got that map. So, there's going to be a lot less wandering around in this, because I have played it before, and I don't want this to be especially long. I want you guys to be able to sit down and watch this in a reasonable amount of time. At least that's the plan. I am playing it on hard mode, so we'll see how it goes. I really love all of the hard cinematic camera angles. Ooh. Save our game. It's groping inside of my skull. Ignore that. I was just, you know, making sure I wasn't rusty. Getting a little practice in. That saves a lie. This is the real deal. And we come across a graveyard, where we meet our first real person in Silent Hill that we come across.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah. I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it dangerous?
maybe. And it's not just the fog either.
Okay,
It's...
I got it. I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going to town either way.
But why?
I'm looking for someone.
Who is it?
Someone very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry. It's not your problem.
I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
So, that interaction was weird, and for a lot of people playing the game for the first time, that's the first real dialogue interaction you get, and people's impression of the voice acting was that it was bad, which I don't think is accurate. I think that is an interaction between two people that are acting really, really odd, and that's why the voice acting seems odd. I think a lot of the voice acting in this game is really spot on. In particular, Mary's voice actress is phenomenal, and you'll find out why soon enough. Oh, what's that noise? It's a chainsaw, but we're not going to worry about that. It slows you down considerably. We just like to shoot and kick stuff. So the voice actors in this game are actually modeled after... I'm sorry, the characters in this game are actually modeled after the voice actors that they found. So that's one reason that people really didn't like the HD collection for changing the voices. It's a little bit, well, it's actually pretty egregious because it was under different direction. Team Silent wasn't a part of it anymore. So they were just kind of winging it. And if you listen closely in the HD collection, they didn't even remove the original audio correctly. It's the new voice actors just talking louder over the original. You can hear them quietly in the background. Yeah. Like I said, there's a whole video that goes into why the HD collection is absolute garbage. I really, really recommend you stay away from it. Twin Perfect is a page that's done a full comprehensive guide on why the HD collection's terrible. If you want to play this game, I urge you, go get a PS2 and buy a copy off of Amazon or eBay or wherever you can find it. It is worth it. It's worth the effort. Luckily, I have had a PS2 since I was a teenager. So, lots of fog. In here... Wait, no. That heavy breathing when you stop running, that is an amazing detail. Again, this was made in 2001, so all of the small details they add to this game are really, really before their time. There's head tracking on items in this game as well, which was a pretty new thing at the time. I think maybe Resident Evil had done it before, but yeah. Resident Evil also... Oh, here we go, and now we see Angela wasn't lying. This town is dangerous. Resident Evil, Leon starts with a few items in his inventory at the beginning as well. I really like that in games. Why does he have a lighter, though? Leon doesn't smoke. Anyway. James, being the sensible man that he is, goes to investigate. The blood splatters. Another reason I feel that putting in new voice actors into the game kind of ruins the feeling, aside from the characters literally being the old voice actors, is that this is supposed to feel like almost like a B-movie you found. Like, not even a B-movie, not like, I don't mean that in the sense of bad acting, it's supposed to feel like a forgotten movie that nobody's really seen before from a long time ago, maybe a VHS you found or something. And in my opinion, that's the feeling I get from it. And when you throw in big budget names, and I'm not saying they did a bad job, I'm sure the voice actors did a great job with the actual voice acting. Not that I would know, but it totally takes away from that feeling of it being like some low budget film that you just found when you have these recognizable voices in the game. But that's just how I feel. Here we have our first instance of James being kind of crazy and a badass at the same time. Because that monster is very, very close to him and clearly in view. Did he just not notice it, or...? The badassery starts here, where instead of, like most characters, turning around and running, he just pulls off this wooden plank. He's like, alright, bitch. So these are called the lion figure. The lion figure can be interpreted as a sick person. And you saw it shoots that spit.
It's not human.
The spit symbolizes Mary's illness and harsh words that she spat before she died.
Oh, yeah. This thing broken?
Ah, yes. The famous radio.
What the? I better take it anyway. I might need it.
Oddly unfazed by the fact that that sounded like Mary, he continues. Yeah, the lying figures and a lot of enemies in this game have the same, well, they're trying to emulate that twitching effect from Jacob's Ladder. This game borrows a lot from Jacob's Ladder, actually. This game is kind of an enigma in that it stands alone from the series. Silent Hill 1, 3, and 4 are all about the cult, whereas Silent Hill 2 is an isolated story about James. And 1 and 3, not so much 4, but 1 and 3 have a very gory, like, metal album cover feel to them. Whereas this game is more sad and dilapidated than in your face with that kind of imagery. This was where they first started to take like a psychological bent on the monsters, as opposed to in Silent Hill 1, they were just, I'm sorry, I was reading. In Silent Hill 1, they were based on Alessa's drawings and her fears. In this game, they're based on James's psychological turmoil. So there we saw a note with a lot of words blacked out, but we can surmise what it said. Like I said, I'm going to be wandering around a lot less in this game than you typically do, but that adds to the feel of the game the first time you play it. Getting lost and having this sense of not knowing where you are and where you're going, it really adds to the psychological aspect. Doo-doo. So this shows us where the roads are blocked off. Woodside apartment is circled. And it shows us how to get to the end of Martin Street, where we will find our key and our favorite little sign. There was a hole here. It's gone now. Infamous. So, that can be interpreted a lot of different ways, but no matter how you interpret it, it is foreboding. Some people speculate that they had enough foresight that they were going to tie that into the holes from Silent Hill 4. I don't think that's the case, because Silent Hill 4 wasn't even supposed to be a Silent Hill game originally. But it's nice to speculate. Some noises through here. That almost got me, not gonna lie. Guttery little bastard. I'm just ignoring you. Oh, it should be noted, though, that key that I just got off that body, it's the exact same character model as James. Almost all of the dead people you find use James's character model in this game. Not all, but a lot of them. And, for some reason, he doesn't seem to notice. We've got the map. Save our game real quick. So until I get my flashlight, these apartments are dark. Not as dark as the hospital, mind you, but very dark. Also, a cool little side note, you can't look at your map until you get the flashlight, because it's too dark in the apartments. Which, again, just a little touch to a very old game I like that. So here we have a flashlight staring at you in the face with Mary's clothing on. And then as soon as we pick it up, come here, you fucking... Go back to Macy's, bitch. We see our first sight of the mannequin as soon as we pick it up. And yes, those are the same clothes Mary's wearing in your photo as well. The mannequin shows again a common theme here that we're seeing in a very sexualized set of legs sewn to another set of legs. And every monster in the game seems to be covered with some sort of slimy stuff. Let's just call it stuff. And you'll see throughout this playthrough, there's a reason they didn't make Silent Hill 2 the movie, because it is perfect the way it is. If they changed anything at all, it would destroy the story, because everything happens for a reason in this game. Oh, that's a fun noise. Like, the first Silent Hill movie had some glaring issues, but it wasn't terrible. The second one was an absolute train wreck. It's a mess. Like, the second one is so bad Jon Snow's in it and no one knows. I just got it. Ow! I got it. Nope.
Hey, wait! Damn it.
It should be noted that Laura, that's the name of that little girl, we don't know that yet, but Laura is actually voiced by a real little girl, which makes a tremendous difference if they're a good voice actress, and she is. I can't stand adults when you can tell they're trying to sound like a kid, and it just comes across as like baby voice. And here we have our pistol in a shopping cart. That's what bothers James. What's a shopping cart doing here? It sounded like a person yelling. And here we get our first glimpse of Pyramid Head. I really like that he emits his own light here too. He just glows red. He's just chilling. He's vibing on the other side of the fence. So we've been in this room already, except it's different now. And again, we have what appears to be James's exact character model. And our first puzzle. I mean, he's holding a giant fucking plank. He could just break the glass, but whatever. We'll solve your riddle, Silent Hill. Monsters do not react if you turn your flashlight off. Some monsters, so that's what's going on there, just for people wondering. Health drink. For your health. It's no weirder than, you know, like chewing on herbs. Lots of mods in here. So it should be noted, the controller vibrated very strongly, and it's still vibrating pretty strongly. So, tons of things determine your ending in this game. How you treat your character, how quickly you heal, looking at Mary's photo like I just did, all sorts of things. Because it's such a psychological game, it's tailored to your actions. So by the end of the game, you, depending on what you did, you get the ending you deserve. That makes the most sense. Come at me, bro. Oh, God. Stomp his goofy ass. What? He's glitched in the door. Oh, God. Yeah, he's supposed to, like, twitch Jacob's Ladder style, not teleport back and forth. There we go. This room is a death trap. Oh, hey there, sexy. Let's get out of here. Yeah. Just gonna avoid them entirely. And here we have one of the weirder scenes in the game. Coming up very shortly. Gots to solve this puzzle first. So, Henry Mildred Scott. Boy, what does that mean? HMS. Scars from the past shall remove the nail that stops time. Will you push the clock? Oh, no, can't. I'll have the man muscles. Save our game. another one of those hard cinematic camera angles. Whew, boy, it's dark. We're just gonna run. Alright. Oh no. So what the fuck, right? Lots of things happening. So there's a few schools of thought on what he was doing there with those mannequins. The first being the most obvious. It looks like he's raping the shit out of them. The second is that people think he's trying to stuff them into the cabinets or the garbage chute there. And the third, he's just tearing them apart because it's fun. Because he's just aggressive and bored. Also, if you notice, he just kind of wandered off. You shot at him and he didn't like die or get hurt or anything per se. He just left. Canned juice. Our protagonist knows just what to do with that. Back to the beginning. the trash chute. Somehow, I know I need whatever's under that garbage. Get him away. Got the coin, as well as a gossip magazine. Let's take a look. The police announced today that Walter Sullivan, who was arrested on the 18th of this month for the brutal murder of Billy and his sister Miriam, committed suicide in his jail cell on the morning of the 22nd. According to the police statement, Sullivan used a soup spoon to stab himself in the neck, severing his carotid artery. By the time the guard discovered him, Sullivan was dead from blood loss, the spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. An old schoolmate of Walter Sullivan's from his hometown said he didn't look like the type of guy who would kill kids. But I do remember that just before they arrested him, he was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff like, he's trying to kill me, he's trying to punish me, the monster, the red devil, forgive me, I did it, but it wasn't me. I guess now that I think of it, he was kind of crazy. So, Walter Sullivan is used to set up Pyramid Head, or the Red Devil, as being the supernatural force designed to punish that's been around for a very long time. That's the only time Walter Sullivan is mentioned in this game at all. He's shoehorned back into Silent Hill 4, but that's a whole thing in and of itself. We'll talk about that later. So here we have a straight up Rosemary's Baby reference. Come on, everybody over here. Everybody over here. I'm gonna kite them to the corner so I can just go around them. Didn't work. It's okay. So, stroller in the pool. So, got a body in the fridge over here, and some retching noises from the other room. Let's go investigate.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Do what?
I didn't do anything. I swear. He was like this when I got here.
My name's James. James Sunderland.
Eddie.
Eddie. Who's that dead guy in the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill anybody.
You're not friends with that red pyramid thing, are you?
Red pyramid thing? I don't know what you're talking about. Honest. But I did see some weird-looking monsters. They scared the hell out of me, so I ran in here.
Well, I guess this place isn't too safe either. What happened here anyway?
I told you, I don't know. I'm not even from this town. I just...
You too, huh? Something just brought you here, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, whatever it is, I think you better get out of here soon.
Yeah, you're right. What about you?
I'll leave as soon as I'm done here. Eddie, be careful.
James, you be careful too.
So, there's a lot going on in that scene. The important thing to note is that apparently Eddie sees monsters. Whether or not they're the same as James is unclear. But before you even say anything to Eddie, he says, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I didn't kill that guy. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. Which means he probably killed that guy. It's the classic case of the lady doth protest too much. But this is the third real person we've seen in Silent Hill. We've seen Angela, Laura, and now Eddie. So now we see why the fire escape was blocked off, because there is no fire escape anymore. So this scene bothers me. Not because he reaches in the toilet to get it, but he doesn't even roll up his sleeve. He just doesn't care at all anymore, apparently. (5-2BG). Remember that. We'll be going over it on the essay. GG. I never used to be able to get my locker open at school when I was in high school, so this is... Hey, there we go. Even puzzles aside, the rotating combinations have always been an issue for me. I know it's a simple concept, I don't know. Just gonna push past you here. New map. I mean, the noise filter they use on everything is really cool. Wrong room. I said I wasn't going to get lost very often, but... well, we'll see. This game does that to you.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I'm James.
Angela.
Angela, okay. I don't know what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? But you're the same as me. It's easier just to run. Besides, is what we deserve.
No, I'm not like you.
Are you afraid? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Did you find your mother?
Not yet. She's not anywhere.
Did she live in this apartment building?
I don't know.
So, all you know is she lived in this town.
What did you say? How do you know that?
Well, I just figured, 'cause this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah,
Am I right?
I'm so tired.
So, why did you come to this town anyway?
I'm sorry. Did you find the person you're looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, she's dead. I don't know why I think she's here.
She's dead?
Don't worry. I'm not crazy. At least, I don't think so.
I've got to find my mama.
Should I go with you? This town's dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
I'll be okay by myself. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Will you hold it for me?
Sure. No problem.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do. No! I'm sorry. I feel bad. Please don't.
So I absolutely love the framing of that scene. He's looking at her, but he's standing in the mirror, and when she says, "You're just like me," he has to look at himself and confront himself when he says, "No, I'm not like you." Obviously, she was about to kill herself as well, and she freaks out over touching, which shows signs of abuse. Also, Yamoka is amazing. Best song ever. Really good scene. Also,